Hey friends, welcome back. I'm Courtney and I have Phaedra and Nyx in here with me. I finally got Nyx back from the vet. She was spayed yesterday, so she's recovering nicely. This is a very informal, kind of chatty, get ready with me. I've already put on my eyeshadow primer, which is Too Faced Shadow Insurance. And I'm just gonna put on a little bit of Milani's Prep Set Go setting powder on a big fluffy brush. And I'm just gonna stick it like right here where my skin folds together, not all over the eye area like I normally do. I wanted to post some new eyeshadows that I bought during my Black Friday hauling. This is Suva Beauty's Turkish Bath, and I'm using the Urban Decay Smoky Crease brush to apply this kind of as like a transition color. It's kind of a pinky taupe shade. I honestly wasn't sure what color this was going to turn out, or when I bought it, I wasn't really sure. I wasn't really clear because they didn't really seem to have much in the way of a description that I can remember for this one. The other two colors that I bought, I know one's a warm burgundy and one's a cool burgundy. And I'm really just trying to build this up and blend it out. I don't want there to be any harsh lines. For whatever reason, I always feel like these kind of pinky taupe colors, that I guess the blend of like gray and pink and whatever, I feel like they do a really good job of looking like a natural crease on me, or a natural crease color. I'm going to use Suva Beauty Denarau, I think that's how you say it, D-E-N-A-R-A-U, next. And this is a Sigma E38. It's a diffuse crease brush. And I'm just kind of like applying this towards the bottom of my crease. The outer corner of my eye. I always feel like these awesome pinky taupe colors work really well with reds and purples. So one of the things you probably know by now is wherever you first put your brush after you dip it into product is where it's going to deposit the most color. So you should let that dictate where you put your brush and start blending. I'm putting it at the outer corner just so that's where the most color is deposited, and then working my way inward with it. I'm just trying to make sure that those two colors are blended nicely. This is Makeup Geek Masquerade. I'm going to put that color on my lid, but I'm going to use a sticky base with it. I find the foiled shades, I really kind of need a sticky base, or they want to go and transfer on my eyes because my eyes are hooded. I'm just dipping my brush into the product, and I'm using the Urban Decay Moon Dust brush, and then I'm going to spritz it with a little bit of all-nighter spray and start patting it onto the lid. I'm really shocked that the dogs are actually settled down napping right now because they've been pretty much crazy all day since Nyx got back home. When I got back home with Nyx, it was really cute because I had Phaedra in the crate and I went to go let Phaedra out of the crate, and Nyx was so excited that she kept like basically pawing at the crate door saying, let her out, I want to play with her. And I've been trying to watch them really closely because I really don't want Nyx to rip her stitches or pop them out or anything. This is Makeup Geek Blacklight, and I'm going to layer this on the color next because this is like shiny but not as, I don't know, sparkly as I was hoping. So here we go with Blacklight. And I'm just kind of, I guess, patting it on. Well, that's certainly making it have a nice duochrome effect. I almost feel like I still need a little bit more sparkle. I'm going to use a little bit of Aroma Lee's Inward Melodies. I'm doing this with more all-nighter spray on the brush, and I'm just using the same brush for the past 3 colors. Oh yeah, that's giving me a little bit more sparkle even than the other color did. Can you see the difference between these two? This one is definitely way more glowy. I'm taking Suva Beauty Denarau, that same cool burgundy, and I'm gonna work this along my lower lid. I'm gonna avoid the inner part of my eye just because my eye's pretty much healed from that sty that I had, but I don't really want to risk it by getting anything too close to it. I'm going to switch to Kat Von D's Powder Foundation and Light 42 to do my inner lower lid, just so that I can be careful trying not to irritate the area. This is Milk Cosmetics Meanstreak. I'm going to use this with a smaller brush and add some more definition at the outer V. I'm just barely tapping the brush onto the color, and then I'm going to pop it right here. Let's see if it's deep enough to add some definition without going too dark. I didn't want to use a black because I just wanted to deepen this. Yeah, I think this is working. I'm basically using it at the outer crease and the outer corner of the lid, and then I'm going to go diffuse it with another brush. And the outer lower lid. This is the Real Techniques B04 brush. It's the powder blue brush that I love so much. Ooh, Meanstreak is definitely the perfect color for blending with these colors. See, give me a nice amount of depth. I know sometimes people feel like mattes are boring, but I at least feel like for me with my hooded eyes, they help to add some definition in a flattering way. But the key is to have enough mattes that are in different colors so that you're not just like using the same basic browns over and over again. And then I'm going back with more of the Turkish Bath at the inner corner, or the inner crease rather. I'm gonna do my eyebrows. I'm gonna use ColourPop's Jet Set Black Pencil. I know it's boring, but it's what I like. And until Kat Von D releases her, I don't know what they're gonna be, I guess brow pomades that are gonna be in different colors, it's probably what I'm gonna do. I always feel like black looks best with my brows. And I love these ColourPop pencils. I've gone through probably, I don't know, 5 of them? Quite a few, probably 5. I'm gonna put on LA Splash's Medusa liner, which is like this, I don't even know, it looks like a thick moussey stuff. And I'm using the Sigma E6 brush. I thought this would be a nice change because normally I just do black. trying to get this inner corner. Just a pain in the ass. This container is so just awful because it has like this little lid that you have to lift up to get at the color. It's very messy. I'm going to attempt to curl my lashes. I'm going to attempt to curl my lashes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. I am, however, going to put on my Eylure number 5 accent lashes, which basically I use as full lashes. I didn't really have any fallout, but I did have a little bit of black from the mascara because I forgot that the Cosmetics mascara likes to sometimes just flake. I am going to pop a little bit of the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer around my face, not all over, just in a couple places. I'm going to put on the LA Splash Foundation in the shade Sesame. This is a little bit too dark for me, but I think it looks pretty good. Bouncing my little beauty blender all over my face. I think I'm eternally grateful that nobody ever called it dribbling. Can you imagine if somebody had said, hey, I'm gonna dribble my foundation on my face like dribbling a basketball? Alright, I'm not sure that I like this foundation applied with the beauty blender, but I wanted to give it a try. I'm going to put on some Sesame brightening powder in violet. You know what? I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use one of my little makeup sponges to put this on. I kind of just want to put it under my eye. Yeah, this foundation looks really cakey now. I mean, on the one hand, yay, it's dry, but on the other hand, it looks really freaking cakey. Okay. I'm gonna try my Flawlessly Ever After palette from Makeup Geek. I bought this during Black Friday, but I haven't used it yet, so this is my first time playing with it. I'm gonna try the contour powder. I guess this is Tryst. Actually a little, I guess I expected it to be a little cooler tone, but it's not bad. That side looks fine, this side doesn't look fine. One side is always Nordstrom, the other side's always Walmart, which is this sort of pinkish one right here. Oh, and this is a Sigma F05 small contour. Highlight color is called Gleam, and it's like a white gold, I'm guessing. This is a Real Technique setting brush. I love Makeup Geek highlighters, but I don't think that I like this color on me, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like it's too gold. If it was more white based, it probably would be better. I mean, I guess it looks pretty natural. I just don't like. All right, so I really pretty much hate this highlight. I feel like it's too dark for my skin tone because it looks yellow and it doesn't, I don't know. I don't think it's flattering at all. I went to go compare it to NARS Albatross, and NARS Albatross is lighter. So even though NARS is no longer cruelty free, yes, I went to go compare it to my NARS Albatross, and this is NARS Albatross, which is much lighter. And this is the Tryst by Makeup Geek. So what I'm actually gonna put on is Tarte Stunner, which will just catch the light a little better. This is why I almost always stick with my Makeup Geek Celestial, because I love that one. I think it looks great. So I am going to use Makeup Geek Celestial to highlight my eyes. I still hate this highlight. Ugh. Okay, I'm going to put on Makeup Geek Electrify, which is closer to NARS Albatross, and I think I think it'll look better. I think I'm gonna put on Black Moon Celine. All right, I misted my face with Milani's illuminating mist stuff so that it would not look so powdery and dry. Put my hair up. And now that my hair is done, I'm going to zoom in so you can see my makeup look up close. And I'm not going to try to fuck the camera with my eyes. I just want you to see the pretty eyeshadow. So here it is, my finished look using almost all indie products. Please be sure to let me know what you think in the comments below. If you liked this video and found it fun, entertaining, informative, or helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share. Thanks so much for watching.